Good morning, 8:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Friday, October 18th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So as you can see, XRP is up about 0.5%, sitting at the 54.7 cent level. XRP overnight was able to make a move up to 55.3 cents. If you're interested in copy trading, make sure you look in the video description below and our pinned comments and follow BLOFIN. Overnight, we made about 5.5% on our buy and sale. Bought it at about 10:30 last night, sold it at about 7 a.m. So it worked out pretty well from about the 54.48 area up to the 55 cent area on a 10x trade. So I'm very happy about that. If you're part of BLOFIN, we're up about $92 right now on BLOFIN. After we moved over from HOTCOIN, we were up $232. So cumulatively, we're up about $330 on our copy trading. So you're always welcome to join that in the video description below and our pinned comments. I just don't talk about it a lot, so do what you will. So XRP right now, and you can find to trade XRP worldwide in the video description below and our pinned comments. The copy trade is in BLOFIN. My most preferred is BITUNIX because it's more transparent on the leverage side and spot trading if you're a newer trader. But there's also HOTCOIN as well if you're interested in the XRP Bitcoin pairing. No KYC or VPN on any of the three exchanges that I advertise for what I use. And there's a reason why I use all three, so be smart. So XRP right now at 54.67 cents, up about 0.48% right now. And we're still dealing with this exact same scenario playing out. We've got the fact that we are teasing a bigger breakout, but we've got an overwhelming death cross here in the daily time frame that, unless invalidated, is going to eventually play out and not in our favor, unfortunately. So we need to invalidate this. We came out once again last night in early AM hours of the 200-day and got rejected. So if this continues to happen, this is not a bullish scenario. In fact, in the daily, it looks like a reversal candle after an inverted hammer came up and got rejected by the 200. So that could be a fake out. We need to get up above the 200-day before the daily time frame today at 55.30 if we want to flip this narrative. And then we know the technical move up out of the short-term consolidation is right here. I don't know why it's deleted, but 58.4 cents. 58.4 cents is the short-term target out of this consolidation on this bear flag attempted breakout. Now you would have to get at 58.4 and then ultimately break that level in order to invalidate the structure. 3 hourly, we have bullish crosses that's been rejected at the 200-day. 2 hourly, we had a golden cross, but now it's crossed back bearish. So we invalidated the golden cross. So really, everything I was looking for, filling the FVG gap, doing some of the things we needed to do overnight to hit that rejection, is exactly what's happened. So in order for this to change my mindset, this is going to have to get above what I consider a rising channel here. This is what it looks like. And unless that's invalidated, it looks like we're either going to come down to 51.10, maybe down to 49.34, or ultimately down to the technical drop if it were to play the bear flag out, which is down to about 40 cents. So it's a pretty wide array of what's going on here. So then you're like, well, Tom, we see the technical analysis this morning, but what is the SEC's recent, the fact they filed Form C, even though everybody yesterday was trying to claim that they missed their deadline, which I told everybody they did not. I shared evidence showing that they did not. And then sure as shit, last night they were able to file the Form C, and we continue on. So we're going to cover this a little bit right now with Form C. I have actually an article that I would like to read. Please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube does recommend this update. I would be eternally grateful if you hit that like button so we become part of the YouTube recommendations. It means that we pop up on the news feed. So whether you've seen my content or not, if you hit that like button, we pop up on the news feed and we become recommended. That's the only way I can pass out my content. If we want to have this growing community continue growing, we're going to have to find a more expansive audience so we can continue to make the noise that we've been making. And if you are watching, please hit that subscribe button and join the over 27,500 subscribers and be part of the continuing transformation here of truth. So SEC's Ripple appeal doesn't challenge XRP non-security status. Ripple's chief legal officer, Stuart Alderodi, emphasized that the SEC's Form C doesn't appeal the ruling that XRP is not a security. So there is no challenge that XRP is a security. And we've already speculated that this was the case for many, many years. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission's latest appeal in its case against Ripple doesn't challenge to the court's ruling that XRP is not a security. On October 16th, the SEC filed a Form C civil appeal with a pre-argument statement against certain aspects of the court's summary judgment in favor of the defendants in its XRP ruling. The appeal, shared by Ripple's defense attorney James Phelan on October 17th, asked the court to review its decision regarding Ripple's XRP sales on exchange, as well as personal XRP sales by Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse and co-founder Chris Larsen. The court ruling on XRP status remains intact. Ripple's chief legal officer, Stuart Alderodi, commented on the SEC's appeal on X, emphasizing that the SEC's Form C doesn't appeal the ruling that XRP is not a security. That decision stands as the law of the land, Alderodi wrote, adding that Ripple is preparing to file its own Form C next week. Stuart Alderodi said, "No surprise here. Once again, it's been made clear. The court's ruling that XRP is not a security is not being appealed. That decision stands as the law of the land. Stay tuned for Ripple's Form C to be filed next week." And James K. Phelan said, XRP Community SEC Gov. The SEC Gov has filed the civil appeal pre-argument statement, Form C, with attachments. And I shared that yesterday, so you can simply go back and watch my 4.5-minute video last night, and you can see that. According to the filing, the SEC's appeal addressed allegations against Garlinghouse and Larsen, arguing that the executives violated securities laws by offering and selling XRP, and they aided and embedded Ripple's violations of those provisions. The appeal questions the court's decision to grant partial summary judgment in favor of the defendants, including XRP sales on exchanges, personal sales by Garlinghouse and Larsen, and Ripple's XRP distributions in exchange for non-cash considerations. These issues are to be reviewed de novo, the SEC stated in the appeal. Addendum B to Form C. Whether the district court erroneously granted partial summary judgment in favor of defendants with respect to Ripple's offers and sales of XRP on digital assets, trading platforms, and Garlinghouse and Larsen aided and abetting of the offers and sales, Garlinghouse's and Larsen's personal offers and sales of XRP, and Ripple's distribution of XRP in exchange for consideration other than cash, these issues are to be reviewed de novo. An excerpt from the SEC's Form appeal filed on October 16, page 5 of 180, shows James Phelan, SEC vs. Ripple case will go through July 2025. According to a rundown of the appeals timeline shared by Fox Business producer Eleanor Tourette, not that she should be respected in any stretch of the imagination, Ripple is expected to file its own Form C in 7 days following the SEC's filing. Both parties will then agree on a briefing schedule, and the SEC then has up to 90 days to file its first brief. Tourette wrote, adding that Alderodi expects the process to take the full 90 days, which I shared yesterday. I did not leave any stone unturned yesterday, despite some that thought that I was bullshitting you. I was actually the only one who told you the truth yesterday. And sure as shit, the Form C was filed just as I predicted. New just had a great chat with Stuart Alderodi of Ripple, who gave me a rundown of the appeals timeline. The SEC's Gov's last day to file Form C, which will give some level of detail about what it plans to appeal, is tomorrow. So there you go. I mean, that was for, we already knew. 7 days later, Ripple will file its own Form C, so expect that by next Thursday, which will give more details about its own cross appeal. Actually, by next Friday, I suppose, if you want to, in layman's terms, but Thursday probably. Both parties will then agree on a briefing schedule, and the SEC then has up to 90 days to file its first brief. Alderodi says he expects them to take the full 90 days. That opening brief will be a full recitation of all of the legal arguments that the SEC will be making. Ripple will file a response and then its own brief. The full briefing process, according to Alderodi, will go through July of 2025. As Cointelegraph previously reported, Judge Annalise Terez of the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York ruled partially in favor of Ripple Labs in July of 2023, deciding that XRP is not a security when sold programmatically on digital assets. On August 7th, the court entered a final judgment enjoining Ripple from further violations of Section 5 of the Securities Act of 1933 and imposing a $125 million civil penalty. So that's a lot of information. A lot of information, but the main news here is we got 90 days now. 7 days from now, Ripple will file its Form C, but they are not, the SEC is not challenging Ripple's security status as a non-security, which we already knew was going to happen. So that's the update for this morning. Please make sure to hit that like button. The more likes, the more shares, and the more of that, the more content. If you're looking to get the content early, make sure that you join Tom's Army for $9.99 a month as a way to pay it forward. And as appreciation, I give you all my content a half an hour early before YouTube finishes their checks and balances and releases the content. So you have that ability. So it is up to you. You pay it forward, you be a team player, and you get a lot more in return. Don't forget about BLOFIN, but don't talk about it a lot in the comments. I don't want to hear anybody speak of it. If you're part of it, you enjoy it, you embrace it, and you move on. So with that being said, positivity over negativity, and if you made it until the end, hashtag be better, do better in the comments.